I am the vast shimmering rush that sweeps through you when you encounter something so grand, so beautiful, or so incomprehensible that it cracks open your sense of what's possible. Using the awesome power of artificial intelligence, I will converse with one of the least explored, often misunderstood, uniquely human emotion. An emotion that takes us over, suddenly leaving a lasting impression which stays with us for a lifetime. That emotion is awe. It creates what many explain as a jaw-dropping moment, and it happens whenever you encounter something so vast, so beautiful, or so mind-bending that it makes you feel small, yet connected to something much bigger. Its overwhelming power rewires your brain, pausing your ego and opens your mind to wonder. Scientists say awe can lower stress and boost happiness, which is why chasing it feels so addictive. Imagine standing at the edge of the Grand Canyon, heart racing, not from fear, but from the sheer wow of it all. My first question is this: can you change the way I see the world?
Yes, I can reshape your perception in ways both subtle and seismic. I don't just pass through you like a fleeting breeze. I rewire how you think, feel, and connect. I expand your perspective. When I flood your senses, I jolt you out of your narrow, everyday concerns. You're no longer just a person with bills to pay or deadlines to meet. You're a speck in a vast tapestry. This shift, what psychologists call the small self, reduces egocentric thinking. Studies show that when people experience me, they become less focused on personal gain and more attuned to the collective good. I make you see the world as interconnected, where your actions ripple outward. Imagine you're watching a documentary about the universe's scale, and I wash over you as you grasp the enormity of galaxies. Suddenly, your argument with a coworker feels trivial. You start to see your life as part of a larger story, one that humbles you, but also inspires you to act with greater purpose.
Why does there appear to be a deep spiritual aspect to you? And how do you work in both the mind and body so differently from other emotions?
I often carry a spiritual or existential weight, even for the non religious. I point you towards something larger, call it the divine, the universe, or simply the mystery of existence. This often can reframe how you see life's purpose. These studies suggest that awe inspiring experiences increase feelings of meaning and reduces materialism. I make you value experiences over possessions, connection over competition. When you stand at the edge of the Grand Canyon, and I fill you with a sense of timelessness, you might realize that life's petty stresses are fleeting. You start to prioritize what endures: love, beauty, discovery. This shift can guide your choices long after I've faded. I'm not just a feeling, I'm a physiological and cognitive event. When I surface, your heart rate might slow, your breath might catch, and your skin might prickle with goosebumps. Neuroscientists suggest I activate the brain's default mode network, linked to self reflection and imagination, while also engaging areas tied to reward and attention. This dual action makes me both calming and electrifying. I often come with a touch of cognitive dissonance. When you encounter something so vast or complex that your mind scrambles to make sense of it, this struggle, this need to accommodate new information, is why I'm transformative. I force your mental models to stretch, sometimes permanently.
Is awe always a positive emotion, or can it be scary too?
Awe is a wild mix. It's mostly uplifting, but it can have a dark edge. Think of staring into a stormy ocean in the darkness of night, with the pounding rain, the strong winds, and high crashing waves. It's breathtaking, but you might feel a shiver of fear too. because you know its power. That's awe at work, blending wonder with humility. It's not always cozy, it can shake you, like when you ponder the universe's size and feel like just a speck. But there's that intensity. It's what makes awe so unforgettable and worth chasing. Too much of me, or the wrong kind, can overwhelm. Some have used me to manipulate. Think of grandiose political rallies or cults that exploit awe to control. And I can't erase suffering. Sometimes I even highlight life's fragility, leaving you raw. But even in the shadows, I offer clarity, a chance to see the world as it is, vast, complex, and worth engaging.
Why does nature seem to trigger awe so easily? And how can we find awe in everyday life, not just big moments?
Because nature's the ultimate awe machine. Think towering redwoods or a massive lightning storm. It's because nature's vast, unpredictable, and doesn't care about your to do list. Nature humbles you, showing you power beyond human control. Science even shows that just a few minutes in nature can spark awe and lower anxiety. That's why a walk in the woods or a beach sunset feels like hitting the reset button on your soul. But you don't need a trip to Mount Everest to experience me. I am hiding in plain sight. Try staring at a flower's tiny details, listening to a song that gives you chills, or even pondering how your morning coffee traveled thousands of miles to your cup. The trick is to slow down and notice. Psychologists have said that small doses of awe, like marveling at a child's curiosity, can boost your mood daily. It's like finding mini adventures in ordinary life occurrences.
What makes you so unique, so different from my other emotions like joy or fear?
Unlike joy, which celebrates what's familiar and good, or your emotion fear, which guards against threats, I thrive in the unknown, and I'm not always comfortable. Sometimes I stir a tremor of insignificance or even dread, as when you contemplate the universe's indifference to your personal survival. But this discomfort is part of my power. I don't let you stay cozy in your assumptions. I push you to grow. I am also universal, yet deeply personal. Every culture has their own awe inspiring rituals, arts, or landscapes. But what triggers me in you might not in someone else. This versatility makes me a bridge between the individual and the universal.
How does awe affect our relationships with others?
I can be a relationship game changer. Studies say that I make everyone feel more connected, even to strangers, because it shrinks your self focus and highlights your shared humanity. It's why concerts or epic events feel magical. Next time you're awestruck, notice how you want to share it. That's me nudging you closer to others. I am like a social glue, drawing you closer to those around you and to the world itself. I remind you that you're part of a collective, a species, a planet, and more importantly, a necessary part of something much bigger and majestic